Thanks for joining us for another DK Custom Products video. My name's Kevin, this is Dwayne, and today we're going to do a quick video on a post that Dwayne saw on Facebook the other day regarding external breather systems.
So, you know how people say they like to people watch? Whether you go to the mall or you go to the park and you just sit there and kind of observe. One of my favorite things to do on the internet is read comments, because there's a lot of useful information there, but there's also an abundance of false information or incorrect or less than accurate information that's tainted with opinion more so than fact. And so it's a big thing. If you ever been on forums, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're in a Facebook group or want to see an Instagram post, you can post a picture of a black bike and people will argue about the color. It's just the nature of the internet. And you know, a lot of times people will share their opinion of things like an external breather system, whether it be pro or against. Now, I can't imagine why anybody would be against an external breather system. You know, we'll pull photos up right here that shows you the detriment. You know, it's buildup on the pistons. It displaces clean oxygen-rich air in your air box with hot, oily mist out of the crankcase, as well as liquid oil carryover. Now, that also builds on top of the piston, displaces volume on the piston, throws off your compression ratio, which in turn throws off the tune, the fuel management system, the timing, all that good stuff. It also builds up in your intake valve. So rather than show you guys a bunch of scary photos of that, let's look at what bikes look like that have been vented externally. Now, this guy boasted in a Facebook comment thread, find me another intake that looks like this with 50,000 miles on it. Now, this bike has been vented externally. Look how clean this is. It's clean enough to eat off of. Look at these pistons on these high mileage bikes that have been vented externally. Again, clean enough to eat off of. So it's not that we just prefer to preach the detriments of venting internally. You know, we just want to let you guys know of the benefits of venting externally. So whether you're the type of guy that says, well, if Harley designed it this way, I'm just going to leave it this way, or if you're one of those guys that want to improve upon the efficiency of your motorcycle, you know, it's your right to an opinion, and we appreciate any and all opinions, but, you know, it's undeniable a clean engine internal is going to outperform something gunked up with what's shown here in this photo, right? So if you need a speedy response, shoot me an email directly to support@dkcustomproducts.com. Y'all ride safe out there.